Hello, friends. Welcome to
My hair.
Sprints After Dark,
Hello.
Amazing Readathon edition. I have a Margaret with me
Yes,
today
I'm here.
at this
Ooh,
early or late hour, depending on how you look at it. We're going to go until as close to 4 as I can get, because after that, Aoife will have sprints. I might jump on her sprints for like the first sprint, since I missed her sprints earlier. But yes, that's what we're doing. So, what are you reading, Margaret?
that's a good fucking question. I am currently reading Upon a Burning Throne. It's a thick one.
Hmm.
I'm 250 something pages in, and my goal is to make it to 300 before I go to sleep.
Wonderful. I believe in you. You can do it.
I think I'm so close.
You're so close. So close. I am reading or listening to, I'm just gonna say reading, listening to, whatever. Um
They're the same
Grady
thing.
Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I want to try to finish this on these sprints as well. I only have like 3 hours left, so I'm hoping to get it done. Like, I do need to take a shower at some point during these sprints. But I can listen to it while I'm showering, so it's not like a big deal because I can just set it in the bathroom with me. But I want to get this done because it is my sightseeing book, but it's also a book for Jan's readathon. So I'm like
Mm-hmm.
doing two things at once here, you know?
Nice. Yeah. I have 14 hours left of mine. So we gonna have to move some of that shit to tomorrow.
For real.
Or I
Hello
guess
to
it is tomorrow.
right. To later
It's not too
today.
much what's left. Hey everybody.
Yes, hello to everyone. So happy for these late night sprints because I'm West Coast, so these are easier for me to join. I'm so glad. It's actually
Nice.
really,
Oh, you're on the Taylor Swift side of the country.
yeah. She's probably a good like 3 hours behind us. Yeah, and I'm not, and I'm just me. I'm just the American on the weird schedule, so it's fine.
Listen, my dad worked nights for like 10 years. It's a valid way to do stuff.
Right,
So
like, and people like when Rye earlier was like, "Do you sleep?" And I'm like, "I do sleep."
it's
That's
just
why like nobody sees me on the internet during the day, like before 4 p.m.
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. Because like I felt bad because I actually did set an alarm to get up for Aoife's sprints, and then my alarm went off, and I was like, "It's not happening."
No, I don't blame you. Especially like you gotta
Oh,
keep it sleep schedule.
right.
Hey,
Hello, G. Fading fast. That's valid. It's late.
I've gotten my I
I
will be asleep soon, Beth.
Yeah. Margaret is only here to get to her goal,
Yeah,
and
Margaret's here for 300 pages.
I will definitely be asleep by 9 a.m., which I say
Mm-hmm.
that because I will probably, since I need to stay on the schedule that Ari runs for school, I will probably stay up until she gets up to eat breakfast,
Yeah.
feed her breakfast, and then tell her she can come in my room and watch TV while I sleep. That's usually how we do the thing. But I am off tomorrow, so that makes it a
That's
little bit
nice.
easier. I'm not usually off on Saturdays, but I requested Saturday this week off for something, which I don't know if I'm even going to that at this point, but I did request Saturday off, but I probably am still going. I just have to figure out rides and stuff now. 15% of a beautiful disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Plan is to finish New York sightseeing book. Should only take a sprint. Wonderful.
Nice.
Hello, Kay. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. My goal is to finish the book I'm working on because this is my main book for Mexico City. So the plan is to finish this tomorrow, hopefully, and then do a sightseeing book on Sunday that's fast but also host faith. That's
Yeah. Yeah, my main book for Mexico City, I needed to finish the book that I was reading for Rise
mm-hmm.
thing. I managed to make it 13 hours into this timer. Now here's the thing. I'm like 13 hours and 45 minutes into this timer because I fell asleep last night with the timer running. So I had to subtract to figure out how much of Heartless I need to read without the timer to even the time back out. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I am like 13, technically I would only be 13 hours and like 2 minutes into this timer. I have
But
to read like 4 chapters of Heartless without the timer before I'm back on track, and I don't want to cheat, so like I'm not going to do that. So like I'm going to finish Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires and then read Heartless because to me this is a pretty cover. I just like this cover even like in the like especially in color, which obviously my Kindle's not in color, but so I'm gonna pick this up and see how far into it I can get as a sightseeing book. But I knew I could finish the other one, which that one was wow, that one was crazy. It was like a horror novella about like a narcissistic mom and daughter. It was I don't know, it was very intense. It was
yeah.
very wow. Need to decide what my next book will be. Everyone's saying hello in the comments. Hello, Ro. Hello, ML. Hello,
Dude, you
Emily.
sleep, bro. You are always, I don't know how
Right.
it happens, but Ro is always on when I'm on. Like every
Yeah.
time I see him, I'm watching sprints. I'm like, Ro's there. How is Ro there?
Yeah. Hello, reading Pucking Around. I hope you're loving this book. Let me know what you think of it. I gave it 5 stars.
To answer the question though, I
No, I
do sleep. My bedtime on Saturdays is just more like 1 or 2 a.m. because that's my kind of natural. Like I'm a
maybe
natural awake at 8 a.m. girly, 8ish.
right. Yeah.
So
And actually, I didn't give Pucking Around 5 stars. I gave Pucking Around 4.5 stars, I think, or 4.75. It wasn't quite a 5 star because there was one thing that I just no. Hello. How am I liking Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires? It's a 5 star book for me. This is technically a reread. I needed a nostalgic, spooky book for Jan's readathon, and then I also think that the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is a pretty cover. It's creepy, but like it's
it's
pretty.
pretty.
I haven't started Heartless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm gonna think about this because I read like you know how when you open the Kindle it'll give you like the about this book thing. So I caught like the blurb at the top and it's like a single father romance. I just don't know. The thing is I do not love children in books. I figured this out.
Mm.
I just
They're
don't it's
tricky. They really are tricky.
not a thing that I like. So this kid is gonna have to be done really well, like not be an annoying brat for me to like this book. Because the kid will make or break the book for me.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my like 2 problems with Final Offer is the kid annoys me in that book.
Yeah.
But I have not started Heartless yet. But I am actually excited to read it because Ryan and I have very similar tastes in books.
Nice. Kids are
So
tricky to get right in books if they are not the main characters. I mean, even when they are the main characters, but especially if they aren't.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then
And
you'll really,
the last one she gave me that had a it wasn't a kid, but like it had a pregnancy trope in it, and then at the end, like the epilogue had like it was like in the future, so it had more kids in it, which that was out on a limb, and I gave that one 5 stars, even though for
mm-hmm.
most of the book I was like it's probably gonna be like 4.5, but then like there's a twist, plus there's no third act breakup, so I
I
was like,
mean, we love
get
it
a
when
whole
there's no direct breakup.
story, no
No,
third act breakup.
one of my book or my main book that I'm working on, the brother has a 4-year-old sibling,
Mm.
and like it was really funny because book 2, my main character is gonna have to take him and like basically kidnap him, except he's with bad people. And I was like, wait a minute, she's just taking this child. We got to have something so that so
Right.
the child has a code word that she knows that she's been given by the love interest. Because like what we know but she doesn't is that like he wrote her as the person he wants to take care of his brother in his will, if something were to happen to him, and something they think happens to him. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's that was a funny thing to go, oh, this feels really weird now that my friends have kids. What do I do to make it feel less weird?
Right. Amy is reading Nevermore at 87%. Should get done in this first spring.
Nice.
I need to read this book. It's
I
been
need to
on
read
my
that.
TBR forever, and I've never read it.
Ever. Reagan put it on my TBR, to be honest. That's who got it on my radar. It was Peru's project.
Belinda is currently reading Sign of the Slayer by Sharina Harris, a YA of fantasy with dark academia vibes. Wonderful. Continuing
Ooh,
with the
Murderbot is so good.
Yes, I also love watching Margaret's progress on her blanket.
We're getting to some colorful stuff. It's looking good.
Yeah, it is looking awesome.
So I'm very excited for what it's going to look like when it's done.
And Mel and Ollie are going to finish the last episode of the Nancy Drew TV show they're watching, and then they think they will actually read. Wow.
I should have watched that show. I was a big Nancy girly. Hey there.
Release date for Sign of the Slayer novel comes out on August 29th. We love an arc. Going to be reading the Tobury Ladies Choir. Going to read as much of it as possible before I go to sleep. Wonderful. Hello. Finished my book for Team Purple. Now rereading Solace for my first sightseeing book.
Well, now if I'd known Solace was a reread, I would have gone and voted differently. No, I read it at one point.
Reading sightseeing book for Mexico City, but not liking it, so might DNF. If you get to 51%, I think you can count it. I think that's the rule.
Yeah. The prop dropped 24 hours ago. How, people? How?
Okay, I mean, for me, mine was like a novella, and I was already like 32% through it. I only had like an hour of it left, and I asked Bree because I was like, "This is a novella. Like, can I still, if I don't get to 50%?" And she was like, "Yeah, if you don't get to 50%." So I was like, "Okay, I know that I can make this work," and I needed to just get it done so I could, talk about it. But then I fell asleep for 2 hours, and my timer, it's fine.
I'm so excited to get to some of the novellas I have, because like I have the Deep over there. I have a couple of fantasy ones. I've got the American Hippo novellas, which I've been looking forward to. So like I am very excited I love a good alternate history.
I'll be able to count the Heartstopper books because I grabbed those from the library to read on my iPad so that I can, because I've read the first two, but I haven't read the last two. So I was like, let me grab them. And the library had all of them on Libby. So I was like, let me grab all 4 of these for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I'm done with them, I'll return them. But like, I didn't want, because at first I was like, well, I'll just grab the first one. And I was like, but do you want to risk not having the other 3 hold for 12 weeks when you've read the first one? No.
No.
Kay finished a book today. Now trying to decide what to read next. Let us know if we can help you with choices. Jean is on her Mexico book. Finished 2 books for New York. Wonderful. What month are you into, Margaret, for your blanket?
We are on the 2nd book of March. So this is March 1st. The 1st book of March. 2nd book of March is no, wait. Oh, wait. We're on the 3rd book of March. I should go to bed.
Margaret is making great progress, because here's the thing. Last month when we started Mid-Year Scramble, Margaret was in February on her blanket. She was at the beginning of February on her blanket.
February was an easy one because I only read like 5 books in February, so I got through that pretty quickly. March, I read 10. So we'll see how this goes.
Right. Rereading Pucking Around, but I think I have it around 4 to 4.5. Yeah, I think I gave it a 4. I think I gave Pucking Around 4.5, and then the little novella that comes after it, I gave 4.75, because really it's just like a bunch of like it's like a collection of a bunch of stories that have to do with that same timeline,
Yeah.
but that aren't in the original book. And I liked it a lot. Um, and then I don't remember what I gave. I think the prequel novella I gave 4 stars, but I did read the prequel novella, and not everyone does because the author does give you like a quick synopsis of like how two of our main characters in Pucking Around meet each other, because technically two of them already know each other prior to Pucking Around.
Yeah.
But the prequel novella actually like shows you the backstory, and I was like, well, I might as well just do the whole thing. But if you want my unfiltered thoughts on that Pucking Around series, as far as it goes anyway, because we don't have the next book yet, I did read all of them in my first ever 24-hour reading challenge. Well, no, my second 24-hour reading challenge. The first one, don't watch that. That was with me and Brittany. We collabed on it, and we were both annoyed. I was annoyed after like hour 7 because somehow we thought that the 24-hour challenge would only take us like 2 days. It took us like a week.
You need to
So when I did
sleep.
it, yeah, so when I did it the second time, I like at this point, like when I do the 24-hour challenge, I just let myself take as long as I need to take to fulfill the
Mhm.
time because it's less stress for me.
Mine took me 3 weeks because I was specifically reading one specific book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And see, like Rise is taking much longer because I'm specifically not reading her books unless the timer is going. So I'm not finishing any of her books faster than I'm finishing the timer, you know?
yeah.
Hello. We hope you are well as well. Reading The Afterlife of the Party, back on my vampire shit. Listen, we love vampires, truly. I'm also reading a vampire book, so you know. Hello. Reading a very tiny print book that's taking forever to read. Is called The Friday Night Knitting Club by Kate Jacobs on page 200 of 360. Does it have small writing? Please.
We love those mass market paperbacks with their itty bitty
That's what
text.
I'm wondering, is if she has the math, if they have the mass market paperback version. Because I have.
So the way that text sizing usually works with novels is they'll size it for the hardcover, and they
Yeah.
do the. That's the reason hardcovers look a little oversized, is because they specifically size it so when they go down to the main paperback, it's a readable size. But then that
Yeah.
does make it very small on the mass
I was gonna
market.
say because like it's not huge in my copy,
Yeah.
but this is the hardcover because I got this book and the second one because I was going to do like a Mother's Day vlog where I like read like my mom for a week, and then I just was not in the headspace to do it. Um, because this is actually a book that my mom and I read like years ago when it first came
Yeah.
out. We read it. We like read it together. We like buddy read before I knew what a buddy read was. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering if she has either the paperback, because my paperback version of the Christmas one that comes after this, the type is relatively small.
Yeah.
But I
Let's.
got this so that I would remember to read it, and it was like 50 cents when I
Yeah.
went and visited Rainy, and we went to her library sale, so I grabbed it.
Buddy reads have always existed, you know?
Right. We just
So,
didn't necessarily call them that.
oh,
I'm gonna try to finish Locust Lane by Stephen Amadon tonight at 85%. I believe you can do it. Read it. It reads fast. I read it in a day. It's very interesting because it's got trials, competition, mystery, and great characters. A lovely middle grade. Yeah, I do know it's a middle grade. I'm gonna see if my library has it, because if they do, I'll grab it. What size is your blanket, Margaret?
it is going to be a queen size blanket. So when I was doing the chains for the very first row, I measured it based on like how far I wanted it to go across. Well, actually, no, I didn't know with this one. This one I just looked up like what was the chain length for a queen size blanket, and then checked to make sure that I was going to end up with the drape that I wanted. So it will be rather large. And that
All
makes me
right, I
happy.
placed a hold for Nevermore because I'm 7th in line. Which, knowing me, I'll just end up buying it or something. Dude, listen, I was going through my Kindle today because I was like, okay, what do I have for my August hopefuls? And I had These Violent Delights. So I own These Violent Delights. It was gifted to me. Both books in the duology were gifted to me for Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember. They're so close together that I don't remember which one they were gifted to me for.
Oh, are
But I
you
was
a
like,
December baby too?
huh?
I said, are you a December baby too?
No, I'm a November baby.
Ah, okay.
But sometimes because people will send people, my family does this too, will send me things from like the beginning of November until the end of December. My family does this crap too, and I'm like, listen, y'all. And then they'll be like, yeah, this, like, my grandma will send me like a bunch of books for Christmas and my birthday, and she'll like label them. So she'll like put like cards in them and be like, these ones are for your birthday, these ones are for Christmas. Do you think I'm gonna remember that? I'm not. Okay. Thank you. But yeah, and like my birthday is not like at the end of November. My birthday is November 8th.
I was gonna say because my birthday is the 27th of December, so like,
Yeah.
People were never allowed to like give me books or birth books presents that were for both. I was like, you can give
Yeah.
her one or the other. You don't have to do both. But like, that's hilarious considering that it's in November.
It's November, bro. But they do this every year to me. They do this every year.
Oh, here's your birthday gift with your Christmas present.
Yeah, and so with like the YouTube, I'm pretty sure that my friend Amanda gave me These Violent Delights, the duology, both of them, because she sent me both of them at once. I'm pretty sure she sent them for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because like naturally I did receive more stuff from people outside of my family for my birthday than for Christmas, which like I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that makes
thing.
sense.
But I thought but it showed that I had both of the books from the duology in my library, and I was like, oh, did I check these out from the library? Went and check my Libby app. No, apparently at some point I bought them and I don't remember buying them, which means I probably bought them at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's
You're probably in a booktube induced haze at 2 a.m. and you're still
like
awake.
I feel like what I was doing was I was like scrolling on Amazon while on sprints at 2 a.m.
I don't know which is this the Nancy? Is this okay?
The
Allie, is
Nancy Drew
this
Show.
Nancy Drew show? Okay, I should. I loved Nancy Drew as
Where
a
is
kid.
this show? Where can you
I think
watch
it's
this?
a CW show, which I don't hate the way they do their shows. To be honest, I know some people do, but I'm like,
The CW? I don't know. I'm a hoe for a CW show, to be honest.
listen, they did Smallville, and that's one of the most perfect Lois and Clark TV shows to exist.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they did Smallville. CW with Vampire Diaries,
They did.
Riverdale.
They did Riverdale, which was the most ridiculous. They did Teen Wolf. They did all the DC shows.
Yeah, like
It's so funny when people talk about it. I'm like, guys, you know that that's just Batman, but they decided to use Oliver Queen, like, because they tried to get the rights for Batman and DC wouldn't let them because they are very particular about like who gets to use Batman for the show for like TV purposes. It's very odd. And I was like, yeah, they tried to get the rights for Batman and they couldn't get Batman. So they just decided to make. So,
yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, I did not read this. I have a few graphic novels and some anthology for next weekend. I feel like that's just like the way to go for next week. It's just short books. Need help picking my Mexico book? I put up a poll on my community tab because I'm just sitting here staring at my options and been debating
I just
about
been
it.
grabbing manga.
Yeah, I plan because I will have to work part of like for a chunk of the weekend, but I plan on doing audiobooks while I'm at work for the weekend. Just because I know that I can get through at least one audiobook on an 8-hour shift.
Yeah. Lexi, which team are you on? I'm just kidding. Just flip a coin, girl.
Yeah.
Flip a coin, Lexi.
Loving Spy Family. I have this one on hold. I don't know if I'm going to get it in time.
I think I have it
And
coming in from the library at some point.
graphic novels, manga, those are not things that I necessarily want to purchase unless I absolutely love the series.
No.
Because collecting manga and graphic novels as a person who lives with someone who collects comic books, which
Mhm.
is within that same realm for collection, they're just so expensive
They
for
are.
how quickly you read them. So I can't, like, to myself, I can't justify buying them.
So that's part of why I don't buy single issue comics, to be honest. Number one, because it's just harder to read when you're reading single issue. So like I've had a few series that like I've kept up to date with single issue before,
Yeah,
but it's only for specific storylines and like because I'm right on like the wedding happened in Batman and I was staying up to date on that for a while. But like
right.
graphic novels are expensive, so I almost always read as someone who loves comic books and comic book cures. I almost always read it from the library before I will buy it because I want to make sure I like it.
Yeah, like I really like every time I see the Laura Olympus books, like I like everything in me wants to buy it, but I'm just like I can't justify buying this $22 book
Yeah,
of pictures. I mean, there's writing in
and
it,
I
but
will
you
love
know,
it.
if I haven't read it and don't like it, like
Yeah, like it makes sense why they are so much more expensive, but
yeah.
also, but also,
But also, me personally, I'm gonna get it from the library. I'm gonna borrow it first, and then say, you know what, I really love this. I want to buy it. That type of thing.
yeah.
You
I only buy the ones that I know I'm going to want to reread.
know? Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's it. It's like the same for me with like people that get their fan fiction bound. Like I think, like I love like looking at other people's bound fan fiction,
mm-hmm.
but like
I did that one year as a Christmas gift with one of my books that I wrote.
unless like I figure out how to do it myself, I cannot justify the price for the material
Yeah.
to do it, you know?
I did a cheap Staples binding too. Like
But
my
you
mom still probably has it. I'm
because
pretty sure
and I
she has it.
like my favorite like Hermione fan fictions, which is what I usually read. I'm just gonna be honest. And I do have my friend's fan fiction that might be Sailor Moon. I don't remember what she wrote it on. It might be Sailor Moon. I do have hers also downloaded to my Kindle, but I have like the fan fictions that I want to read on Archive alone. Like I have on my Kindle. I can pick them up and annotate them on my Kindle at any time. You know.
Damn. You have to teach
Um,
me how to do that.
oh, I can. I can definitely show you how to do it. It's
Like,
kind of a tedious process, like when you first start doing it, because you have to like download it and then email it to your Kindle, like email
okay.
it to yourself and then email it to your Kindle. Does that make sense? Like it's like a multi-step process, but like once it's on your Kindle, it's there forever. So,
Yeah. It's there till
um,
the Kindle dies, which probably
right,
won't be after the heat death of the universe.
right, and even if your Kindle dies, like it still updates like on my Kindle app. So if I got a new Kindle, I could just re-download it that way.
Nice.
Kay thought your blanket might be a California king because it looks big.
It is big. Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
It so here's the thing is it looks bigger than it is because like this looks like a lot of blanket, but when you take into to account the fact that it's going to like drape over the edge of it, it actually only comes up to about here.
Yeah.
You can see like right about where this blanket is, it only comes up to there, or a little bit more this way. So like I may be able to get, especially with the fact that I keep having months where I only read like 2 and 3 books, I may be able to get the whole year in one blanket. So there's going to be a point where it's like no point of no return. Either it is going to go in one blanket or we're splitting it off for a little lap blanket.
So that's your answer. If she reads more books in the length of her blanket, she'll split it into two
Yeah.
blankets.
In theory, hopefully, the way that I have planned this, I will have enough. Like if I read 100 books in a year, um, that will be enough rows to make it the length I want it to be. If I read more than 100 books, 100 books probably might be cutting it, but if I read more than 100 books, we're in trouble. We're already potentially in trouble.
She's like, I'm only allowed to read 100 books. That's it. Yeah. That's all. The CW app is free, and they have all the episodes of this season up to date on there.
Nice.
Smallville has my heart. Yes, I love Smallville.
Smallville was just so good. I watched that in college, and that was like one of the last series I got from Blockbuster, and I would stay up way too late when I should have been studying, just watching Smallville.
Jean said people have given her Christmas decorations for her birthday, and her birthday is November 1st. So you have the same birthday as my dad, like my biological dad. Why are they giving you ornaments?
Why are they giving you Christmas decorations? Unless you.
I was very unexcited when I got a wreath for my front door for my birthday. I would have told them to return it. I would have been like, "What do I need this for? Like, what am I going to do with this?"
Free gift.
Absolutely not. All right. It is a CW show and sometimes also on Prime.
Yes, I think a lot of the CW shows are on Prime.
Manga is a great library. They are so expensive. Even when they were $10, that was too much. Yeah, and the thing is like it's such a like I mean, I'm a collector of books, okay, but like manga collectors, like it's such like a slippery slope because some of these manga series have so like people that buy One Piece. Where are you storing them? I'm just wondering because like you'd have to have a wall just for One Piece.
Just for One Piece.
Not a bookshelf, a wall.
I mean, yeah. One Piece I got into for a hot minute. Didn't like it too much. Found out some stuff about the author and decided I wasn't reading it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I read some of One Piece, but like I don't watch the anime. I don't know. Like it's just not like it's not my vibe.
It was fun and silly and goofy, but I feel like and like the manga is much deeper, but there's just so much of it at this point. I'm just like I can't. Like I can't for a manga I was only marginally enjoying.
I'm not gonna lie, I just watched Murphy Napier. She does videos on it, and I think Gavin also does. So if I really want to know what's happening in One Piece, I just go watch their stuff.
That's funny. It's funny because a lot of my favorite series are actually smaller. Like Full Metal Alchemist was a once a month manga, and it was a limited run. So I think they have like max 20 something volumes. I think it's less than 30 for the full series, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
and I'm getting these $20 fantastic hardcover bound editions, but it's one of those things I get like one a month, if that.
Right. Yeah. And it's a smaller manga series too. So like it's not like you're buying
a smaller series.
Yeah. Because like I really love Your Lie in April, but I believe that's only 9 volumes.
Yeah.
Like, and I will own that. I will own that series because it was the first manga series I ever read, and I really do enjoy it, even though it destroyed me. And I hate my siblings for that part. You know what I mean? Because like, why did y'all introduce me to
really hard hitting? What was it? There was one I read. I think was it Bitter Virgin? There was one that I read that was about the main character is processing the trauma of like her stepdad assaulting her and no one believing her until she got pregnant.
Oof.
Yeah, it was really good. It was also really, really hard.
Right. And that's the thing with like Your Lie in April. Like, and the thing is like it's so off-putting because all of the covers for Your Lie in April are these like pretty pastel.
Of course they are.
Like y'all made this look like a slice of life. It's not a slice of life, okay? But I will own that series at some point.
Yeah. I mean, like there is definitely some of the longer series that I want to get eventually, like Inuyasha. Love that series. But
Lexi loves Lore Olympus, but has read it multiple times. Reading it next weekend since I haven't read volume 4 yet. Wonderful. I have it on hold at the library, but we'll see how long it takes for me to get it because I don't know how long it'll take. But if I do like it, then I will buy them.
yeah,
It'll just be like once a month or once every couple months until they're done writing them because I don't know how many they're writing. I did read volume 1 and 2 on Webtoon first though before I started buying it. Yeah. Thank you. Also hydrate. People can send me Halloween stuff on my birthday, which is in April. Listen, I'm down for like Halloween stuff, but like not
Christmas.
Christmas.
Nobody needs more Christmas.
I don't
This is a
care.
whole month.
Like honestly, the only reason that I really have like Christmas traditions and stuff is because I have Ari.
Sorry.
If I'm gonna be real, because otherwise, like for me, Christmas would just be another day, bro.
I like Christmas because I get presents. That is about it at this point.
Right? Like cool, but like if I didn't have if Ari wasn't so little and like wanted everything to do with Christmas, like I probably would just not. Like I would say
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to people that said it to me, but otherwise I would just be like doing the same crap I do every other day. Up to 40 volumes of Yona of the Dawn, and There's No Sign It's Ending anytime
Nice.
soon.
I have that one to read, and I actually bought that one because I don't think I could find it at my library.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome. So happy to have you.
welcome.
I've had so many new
Oh, it's a cute
people.
little dinosaur.
Yeah, that is a cute one. So cute. What are you reading? Fire alarm is going off in my building, so now I'm awake. Wonderful. We love that for you. Rude. Um, but yes, is everything okay? Like, is it just going off randomly? I feel like you probably live in an apartment if it's in your building. Christmas is the only time of year I mildly tolerate capitalism because I love Christmas. I mean,
I
that's
did.
that. I personally love Halloween. So
Mm-hmm.
like Halloween, like fall, Halloween time, that's the time of the year where I buy all of the things. And then by Christmas, I'm just over it. I'm just like, it's fine. Like,
Yeah. I begrudgingly tolerate capitalism at all times, even during Christmas, because Christmas is again, I'm a Christmas baby basically,
yeah.
so we hate it.
Right. Well, my sister was born on the 23rd of December. So,
Yeah,
like, she feels your pain.
yeah. She at least like for me, it's just like that week after Christmas. If you were born then, people forget your birthday so easily. Luckily, I've had
Well,
friends that like they make a point, but
see,
like
and
having having to deal with
she
the holidays on top of it.
she's also had the issue of people forgetting because my family tends to celebrate holidays before the actual holiday.
And so they do like Christmas on her birthday.
Right. Because like all of our family, like all of our like most of my family are like older people at this point. Like they're all
Mm-hmm.
like my age or older, so they all have kids and like other shit that they do like on the actual day. So there have been years where Christmas was celebrated on the 23rd. And so
Mm-hmm.
they would, like somebody would like bring a cake to Christmas. So it would be like a conglomeration of Christmas and her birthday. So finally when she turned like 16, she told which would have been right before my mom died. So she turned 16 and then my mom passed like that next February, okay? So that was like 2019 whatever. She literally was like, "Bro, she was like, if my birthday gets celebrated next year along with Christmas, she's like, I'm not coming." So in 2020, she didn't go to Christmas
I don't blame her.
because somebody in the family was like, "Yeah, make sure we grab a cake for Anna or whatever." And Anna was like, "Don't grab a cake for me. I'm not coming." And I got a call from my stepdad, and he was like, "Anna's refusing to go to Christmas." And I was like, "Why is she refusing to go?" And he was like, "She's sick of everybody celebrating her birthday with Christmas. So now they've moved it so her birthday gets celebrated, and then usually they will do Christmas celebration on Christmas Eve."
Mm-hmm.
Finally complained about it, and I was like, "That's on y'all. Like, don't look at me.
What's what I have to do with that?
Y'all look stupid celebrating this girl's birthday with Christmas."
With Christmas.
Oh,
Especially
right.
if
That
it's
is.
like a cake. Like it'd be one thing if like we just started like, okay, we're gonna do cake and we're gonna do presents for her, and
Yeah,
then
no,
we'll go and do Christmas for everybody else.
they would bring like gifts and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, there were plenty of years where like her Christmas or her birthday presents were also wrapped in Christmas paper. Um,
Yeah,
but they would just write on the tag like "Happy Birthday" or whatever. But they would like basically like everybody would eat, and then we would sing "Happy Birthday" with the cake, and then everyone would just be opening presents all together. So like, she never really got a time to just like
to have it be her birthday.
celebrate her birthday. Which this became a problem only after our great grandma got really old, because my great grandma and my sister had the same birthday. So before her dementia really kicked in, she would take it upon herself to like take all of us out for supper for Anna's birthday, because it was also her birthday, and she also didn't
Mm-hmm.
like having everything just like shuffled together. But
Yeah,
when she got too old to continue doing that, people just like ignored it.
yeah.
And I was like,
Like
y'all asshole.
we had a lot of years my birthday was celebrated in January, which I think honestly is probably the best way to go for kids who have late December birthdays. Just don't worry about it at Christmas, just plan it for January.
Right. We'll just do a party and all of that stuff, then yeah.
Yeah.
False alarm on the floor above me seems to happen when new people move in. Used to happen on Sunday mornings when people have booty calls making them breakfast. Wonderful. I can't. Wow.
That just set in.
Oh Lord. That's apartment life, bro. Like I no. Mm-mm. Hello Sam. How are you liking? It's a reread for me, so it's still a 5 star. I gave it a 5 star last year. Also, I really enjoy the audiobook. I will say this: it's gross. Okay, it's gross. Like it's gross. I had to pause it earlier because I was listening to it while I was making dinner. And then
Yeah.
we sat down to eat, and there is like a part in it that I'm not going to say, but like there's a part in it that is really disgusting. And that part is where I was as I was like trying to sit down to eat. And I was like, clearly, we're going to watch YouTube while I eat because I'm not listening to this. Disgusting. But if you like Grady Hendrix, I would say give it a try. You know, if you like horror, it's horror, right? Yeah. If you like horror, I would say give it a try. It's pretty. I mean,
Right.
I really like Grady Hendrix. Um, if I had a kid with
Yeah.
a Christmas birthday, I would just do it in October, starting from their first birthday or something. Yeah. I mean, I
So,
feel like you just have to find a different time period to
so
do it.
let me tell you how the situation happened with me because originally what my mother would do is we would celebrate my birthday in June. So we do half birthdays apparently. I have no memory of this because when I was 3, so my birthday is December 27th, we'd celebrate around June 27th, okay? When
Right.
I was 3-ish, my brother was born on June 29th. So we could
Damn.
no longer do my half birthdays
Because his birthday was 2 days before it.
because it was.
Or
And I,
2 days
it's
after
funny.
it.
I think because my mom felt bad about having me so close to Christmas, I think she was a lot better about my birthday than she was about BJ's, especially when we got into the teens. Because I know,
Yeah.
like, I had like he just did not get as many birthdays, I don't think, or cool birthdays as I did. So
Damn. She was like, well, your half birthday has now been taken from you. I'm so sorry.
yeah, yeah, you did you know, kind of your birthday was already kind of co-opted by Christmas. So, anyways, that's why people who celebrate Christmas is starting in October drive me nuts. So,
Yeah, the Rising Roaches was gross. Absolutely disgusting.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. It was the rats scene that I was like, I cannot eat and listen to this. That's fine. Hello, Bree, doing reread to refresh my thoughts.
On,
Either
I think.
on, yeah, thoughts on Zora Neale Hurston. Wonderful. Walk downstairs.
I think
Um,
that might be a reaction to my brother being born,
maybe.
or it could
Um,
be a reaction to the rats part.
so I understood. So my thing with it is that this. I'm not gonna say it didn't bother me because it did, but I understood what the metaphor with this was because there's a metaphor there. Like there's a thing that it's supposed. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I understood why it was part of the story with the rest of the book, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was about your brother being born, I think.
Yeah. He's
But
like the
also
quintessential one
understand
of those to
why
be allowed to get it.
I understand why someone would DNF it for this part.
Yeah.
Similarly to why like I understand when people DNF books that have like sexual assault in them, like I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. All right. Let us sprint because we've been talking for 45
Yeah, we have
minutes.
been talking for forever. This will
We'll
probably be my only sprint because I do need to get up in time to do my sprints.
your sprints. um since Margaret is here, we'll start with a 45-minute sprint because I only really do hour sprints if I'm the
Okay.
only person on. Usually, just because I don't see a reason to do an hour sprint if other people are on with me.
Yeah.
Um, let us boom. All right. So we will see everyone in 45 minutes.
Yay. Ooh. Now boarding flight AMZ 806 to Mexico City.
Hello.
Hello. That is gonna be it for me, but
Did you make it?
almost. I'm on page 299. It's fine. I'll read one page before I pass out.
You have sprints tomorrow when at 9?
9:30.
9:30.
And I'm at a page a minute, so like it wasn't happening.
Gotcha.
But all right. Yes, I have sprints tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the morning, which makes sense considering I said tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then also for anybody, probably no one who's on these will be up at 4 a.m. in theory, but Aoife has sprints at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Aoife's going to be right after me.
Woo! But thank you for having me. I'm going to go sleep some so I can be awake for sprints.
Yes, go sleep.
All right. Bye.
All right. How did everyone else do? I have 2.5 hours left of this, so I'm going to try to finish it before I go to bed. We probably are going to do an hour sprint, though, next, because I need to go take a shower. So we probably will be doing a whole hour since it's just me. Let's see here. Amy finished Nevermore. She's probably gone by now, I would think. But she's settling in with Gambit, which is a novella. Pretty sure you're going to fall asleep soon. So glad that you finished Nevermore. Beth got 75% done. We will see her tomorrow. 30% into the Stardust Thief. Finished Nancy Drew. Wonderful. Read 41 pages and finished cleaning I didn't do on Thursday. Started laundry. Should finish Siege and Storm next sprint. Wonderful. Got to page 131. 33 pages of Solace. Watched an episode of Heartstopper. Rewatching season 1 since my sister and I are watching season 2 later today. Wonderful. Everyone saying goodbye to Margaret. We love our sprints. It's what I do on this channel. I try to do our sprints all of the time, but with the way that Amazing Readathon is working, a lot of times when I'm running sprints, there will be someone else after me, like Aoife. I think this week and next week both my sprints. Well, actually, I know next weekend because next weekend it's 48 hours of nonstop sprints. Like someone will be going every couple of hours. So with that being a thing that's happening, it's harder to do hour-long sprints, but I try to do hour-long sprints just because I prefer them. Finished Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Wonderful. What did you think? I am 2.5 hours from finishing. This is a reread for me, so it's still 5 stars. But I wanted to reread it, so here we are. Read 2% of my book and going to bed now. I don't plan to be awake for Margaret Sprints. I am tired. Good night, Jean. 45 pages into Mexico City book. It's a sequel, and I had to look up a few things I forgot between books. Everyone's saying bye to Margaret. Tired, but I love to sleep in on Saturdays. That's fair. Got to page 131 of Sign of the Slayer. Yes, 48 hours of sprints for Face Off weekend, which is next weekend. It's gonna be so fun because it's like I recorded everybody, like I put everyone's sprints into my sprinting calendar so that I know when everyone has sprints for the month, and is back to back to back to back. Like it's every, I think, 4 or 8 hours, something like that. We're having someone sprinting. So everyone's saying good night. Our sprints are good and gets productivity and reading done. True. Rodent Scene was something I never needed to read, but that being said, it was an entertaining read full of interesting characters. Yeah. Grady Hendrix is known for being gross. Like he's known for his horror books being gross. So yeah. The roaches and rats, not great. You know what I'm saying? Disgusting. Good night, Jean. All right. So we're gonna do an hour sprint. Let me get my timer here. We're gonna do an hour sprint so I can go to take a shower during the sprint. So thank you, Jean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that's the end of the comments. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into an hour sprint. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm probably gonna listen to this while I do that. And yeah. So Atlanta. Let me actually turn off my Bluetooth. All right. I will see everyone in an hour.
Now boarding flight AMZ 806, Mexico City.
Hello. How did we do, friends? I'll take a shower. I also went ahead and grabbed Serpent in the Wings of Night because it's a rye favorite. I need to read some host favorites to get some points. Okay. And I think I can read Serpent in the Wings of Night relatively quickly, especially because I do have the audio for that one. So I'm just sitting here, like, moving things around in my Kindle app. I also had to go ahead and I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I also had to double check to make sure that a package that's supposed to be here tomorrow for Mr. Univa gets here on time because his birthday's on Monday. Yeah. So let's see. Hello, welcome. We are gonna do one more sprint. I think we have time for we have time for one more. If we keep this talking a bit short, we can do one more hour. But if it hits like 3:00, we're gonna do 45 minutes because Aoife is going right after me. Yes, Margaret made all of the timers for this. 39%, wonderful. 25% into Afterlife for the party. Honestly, it's dumb, but going to keep with it because it's short and vampires. Yeah, I feel you. Enjoyed reading some while head and neck ache has been calming down. I'm glad that you're feeling better. 1,000 or 100 pages into a Venom Dark and Sweet, and holy crap, 1 hour left of Locust Lane. I have like an hour and a half ish, a little more than an hour and a half left of Southern Book Club's guide. So if I don't finish it in this sprint, I will stay with Aoife. I'll go on with Aoife long enough to finish this because I want to finish it before I go to bed. So 2:30, so I'm heading to bed. Keep you on for watch time. Thanks for this, friends. Thank you for keeping me on for watch time. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. All right, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put us into one more sprint. I know this is a very short talking time, but I'm going to do it this way so we can do another hour sprint. That'll take us to 3:45-ish, and then we'll talk for like 10 minutes, and I'll give you all everything, and then I will jump over into Aoife's sprints. So I think that's what we're going to do. That way we get one more hour in. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another sprinty sprint. Maybe I can finish this. I don't know. This says an hour and 56 minutes. So I feel like I don't know. I even bumped it up to 2.5. So, all right. So I will see everybody in 1 hour. We'll talk for a little bit longer in that time, and then we'll go over to Aoife's.
Now boarding flight AMZ 806 to Mexico City.
Hello. How are you? How did we do that sprint? I have an hour of this book left, so I'm going to go hang out with Aoife, for at least for her first sprint, so I can finish, because I just want to get this done, honestly. Make myself large. Yeah, I have an hour and a half left, so I'm gonna finish it on Eva's sprints. But how do we do? 41% losing DNFing. Actually, it just feels like there are two to three sentences missing between each sentence is on page because details are just missing. Nothing makes sense. I mean, if you're not enjoying it and you don't know what's happening, I advocate for DNFing. All right, so Aoife's sprinter next. I'm gonna share her link. Hold on. Let's have to find the right one. Here it is. Okay. All right. So this is Aoife's link. I don't know if anyone from these sprints is planning on going over to Aoife's sprints, but if you are, here's the link. Hopefully you can see it. Finished my book. Took forever to finish it. Gave it 3 stars. So glad that you finished. I'm gonna be finishing my book on Aoife's sprints. This is the link for Aoife's sprints. So I am done here for the evening. I'm gonna go over to Aoife and hang out with her for a little bit. I'm trying to think if we have anything. I have a video going up tomorrow. It's my August hopefuls TBR. So basically all the books that I hope to read in August. Obviously some of them I've already read since it's already August, but I haven't read a ton of them. I've only read a couple of the ones I think that I even mentioned in the video. So watch out for that for tomorrow. There's no TBR game on my channel again until October because obviously I have this this readathon this month, and then next month we have something. We have Pick-Pong-a-thon, and the whole point of Pick-Pong-a-thon is that the hosts will play Pick-Pong. So I have to actually go get the things for Pick-Pong, but that won't be difficult. But since I'll be playing Pick-Pong next month to pick my TBR, I'm not doing my own game. So in October, there will be a new TBR game coming to my channel that I am in the process of finalizing the plans for. It's going to be so fun. And so in October, I will actually have like a structured TBR game again on my channel. Until then, I'm just doing vlogs. So tomorrow there will be my August hopefuls TBR, and then that's really it. I think for videos for this week, I haven't decided yet if I'm doing weekly vlogs for the Amazing Readathon or if you're just gonna get all of it in one big vlog at the end of the month. I haven't decided. So if anybody has suggestions, let me know. I may put a poll up to see what y'all think, if I should do weeklies or if I should just drop it all as one big vlog at the end of the month, but yes. Pick pongathon. There you go. So yes, it's very hard to say. Pigponathon. Yeah, I'd never say it correctly ever. So that's all I have for y'all tonight. I'm gonna go get ready for Aoife sprints and try to listen to a little bit more of this for the next 10 minutes. And that's all. Lots of people have sprints tomorrow, so make sure that you, especially if you're part of this readathon, you need to be in the Discord. Because you're always listening to the Discord. I know Margaret has sprints tomorrow at 9 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, 9:30. She has them at 9:30. So it's me, and then Aoife has them right now, here in about 10 minutes. Margaret at 9:30, and then Jess from the Hex Library at 4 p.m. So we have a lot of sprints tomorrow if you want to do those. Otherwise, that's all I have. Love y'all so much. You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out. I'm surprised I still have 14 people on here. Honestly, it's so late. But thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel since starting this readathon. It means so much to me. Go check out some videos, and I will see y'all. Hello. So I am finishing up here. There's a link here. Aoife will be doing sprints for the next, I think, 4 hours. I think she's doing from 4 to 8 or 4 to 6, 4 to 8, something like that. But I'm about to jump off here. So if you want more sprints, come on over to Aoife's channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.